Down bad influencer. She's not influencer. I'm just kidding. Down bad Ashley Trevino is back on TikTok full time. Hey, everybody, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things internet drama. I talk about people like Ashley Trevino, the Resilient Jenkins, the Donut Mom, James Charles. Sometimes I talk about Alphabet, the one from the UK. I haven't talked about them in a while. I wonder how they're doing. Anyway, but girl, mainly I just be going after Ashley Trevino. So if that's something that you like, maybe hit that subscribe button. Mwah, thank you. In today's video, we're going to be having a look at a compilation of videos from one of Ashley Trevino's latest lives because, girl, she be on TikTok all hours of the day and night. In this first clip, you're going to see where Ashley is basically saying that, oh, I'm trying to repair my relationship with my oldest daughter because we've been through a lot together and blah, blah, blah. But really, I think what's happening is she knows that Haley is about to turn 18 and possibly spill everything that Ashley has put her through. So she thinks that a few gifts and a little bit of time here and there, like a couple of visits, a few months, kind of like she used to go visit the inmates. She thinks if she visits her kids a little bit, when they turn 18, they won't tell all of her business. But I hope they do.
I was really surprised that Haley came. She holds a lot of resentment towards me. And so I'm trying to work on the relationship between me and her because she is the oldest. I know she has a lot of anger built up, but she's always been that way since me and her dad split up. She was 6 years old, so she's seen everything that happened. Like I said, she's been through a lot with me. Everything that I've been through, she's been through. Evie doesn't remember a lot of stuff, but Haley does.
I think, at least when it comes to the people in Ashley's inner circle, that she is a manipulator. I would almost say a master manipulator, but girl, she ain't that good. Like, we all see through her BS. But I think the people that don't really have like a say in the matter, like they have to be around her, like her family members, especially her daughters, I think that Ashley tries very hard to manipulate them into believing she's a good person, she's a changed person, she's this or that, and then she throws a couple of her Temu dollars at them and she thinks everything is okay. But here's the thing, they are kids. They are going to accept her gifts. They're probably just like the inmates that would take money from her because they felt like they deserved it because they had to listen to her like touch herself. Like, oh, that's so traumatizing. And I think the girls are doing the same. They do want to be around their mom. They do love her, but they're embarrassed of her. And I think that they're going to take those gifts because they feel like they deserve them, and they do. But I also think when they get older, they're going to cut their mom off forever, like the rest of her family. And they might even come out and tell things that we could never imagine. I mean, if you think about the fact that these inmates are coming out and telling some pretty crazy stories about Ashley, can you imagine the things that she's put her daughters through and the stories that they might tell when they get a little older? But none of that matters to Ashley Trevino because in this next clip, you're going to see that she ain't got to pay her rent till October, girl.
I don't have to pay a house payment until October. I mean, at least I know me and my kids are gonna have a roof over our head, right? I don't have to worry about paying rent for how many months? Can y'all say the same? Honestly, I'm blessed. I am blessed. All I have to pay is my bills at this house and my car payments, and that's it. Like, I can still shop and get what I want. I just bought another Chanel bag, guys. Like, come on now. Come on now, guys. Thank you. Is it JV? Thank you, JV. Would y'all like me to show y'all what I bought and I got it in the mail today? Like, bro, y'all are weird. Like, I don't like to flaunt shit for y'all, bro, but it's like, y'all really think that I'm down bad or something. I'm blessed. As long as I believe in God, God's always going to help me no matter what. I've been to my last penny, not knowing how my kids were going to eat the next day. Literally, I've cried at night because I didn't know how I was going to feed my kids. When I lived with my parents in that porch that y'all talk about, yeah, that porch y'all talk about, yeah, I used to live penny to penny. Didn't know how I was going to feed my kids the next day, crying. Felt bad as a mom. I prayed, and guess what? I had money that same night. Literally. I serve an amazing God, guys. I don't talk about God all the time, but I serve an amazing God, and He will never leave you without. You just have to believe. And you just have to really talk to Him. I don't care if you're going through a heartbreak right now. I don't care if you're going through the happiest time of your life. He's always going to be there no matter what. And He wants to be there for you. So, Alexa Skep, like, it don't even matter. Y'all are weird. I'm blessed to say that everything in this house is mine. Thank you, Giovanni. I'm blessed to say that my kids are happy. We have a full fridge. We have a full pantry. I can still order food for them to eat if they want to eat Raising Cane's or McDonald's. Thank you, pretty girl. Thank you, kitty. I am so blessed, you guys. I will never, thank you, Chubbs. I will never be ungrateful, because I am grateful for everything that God has put in my path. Everybody that God has put in my path, every single one of y'all that are on here that don't like me, I am grateful for you, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for your hate, I wouldn't be who I am. Thank you so much, you guys. I don't even need the gifts, you guys, so you don't have to send no gifts. I really don't need the gifts, guys. I just pay it back to other creators that go live, you guys. If I see y'all live, I will literally, God had a plan and you followed it. Exactly, Natalie. Like.
So I'm going to be really honest. I was a little bit confused about like her paying all that rent in advance. So I did a little research. I asked a few questions over on TikTok. And apparently, if you have like really bad credit or really bad rental history, landlords, and I don't know, this might be a thing in every state, but I did research for Texas specifically, that they can ask for several months of rent in advance. Like, let's say if it's a short-term lease, it's a 6 months lease, they can ask for the entirety of that payment in advance and a very high deposit. I think this is what happened with Ashley Trevino, and I think she's trying to like use that as a flex. Like, oh, I don't have to pay my rent till October. But girl, that's because people don't trust you to not pay the rent in that house. And here's the other thing. If she doesn't have to pay rent till October, I think that's why she's on TikTok every day trying to like grow her following of people that think, oh, who's this girl Ashley? She's a little controversial, but I like her. And that's not going to last long, because in a few months, they're going to see who she really is, and they're going to stop sending her gifts. And then she's going to be back to like running the same internet scam that she's been running for the last few years. But listen, hear me out. If you are new to TikTok and you think that she's like controversial, but she's okay, just watch a few of my videos. Go back and watch my very first Ashley Trevino video, and you will see, like, girl, just watch all my videos, like make it a weekend. And you will see what kind of person she really is. Because here's the thing about TikTok Live. You can pretend to be somebody for a little bit, but eventually your true colors start to show. And you're going to see that in today's clips.
If you want to get filler, I mean, go for it. Everybody used to talk about me because I didn't have no lips. And then I got filler. And then they used to talk about my filler. And they used to talk about me because I was really big, and now that I've lost weight, they still talk about me. I'm never gonna make them happy. Like, they talk about everything. They talk about my hair. I didn't have extensions at first. Then I got extensions. They still talk about my extensions. They talk about my gap in my teeth. Like, you're never gonna make them happy. My teeth on the top are straight as fuck. It's just the bottom teeth, and the reason this one is more gapped is because when you have a missing tooth in your back, your teeth spread. Mind you, I used to work for a dentist, okay? He took my wisdom tooth out, so there's no tooth back there. So your teeth do spread out, if you did not know that. Okay? So that's why it's gapped, and it doesn't bother me. The fuck? It bothers y'all, and I don't give a fuck. Because y'all are not nobody for me to impress. And my top teeth are not crooked. They're straight. So it's like, y'all talk about everything, bro. Y'all literally talk about everything. There's a crumb right here. Y'all gonna talk about the crumb? Let me pick it up before y'all talk about it. Like, y'all talk about everything. It doesn't even matter. Y'all talk about my nails all the time. And it's like, I don't know. Y'all will never be happy. Y'all talked about when I didn't have my kids. Now that I have my kids, y'all still talk about them. And me. I lived with Renee. Y'all wanted me to get my own house. I got my own house. And now y'all still talk about the house. It's like, bro, y'all will never be happy. Thank you. I love you, babe. So it's like, y'all are never going to be satisfied on anything that I do. So I don't care what y'all talk about. Y'all can talk about my gap. Y'all can talk about my hair. Y'all can talk about my body. I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, we're on two different levels. You have to be unhappy with yourself to talk about somebody else. I literally am happy with myself. So I don't sit here and bash y'all. And I guarantee if I looked at half of y'all's profiles, y'all are either fake on a fake account, or y'all don't have a profile pic, or y'all are big or ugly. So, I mean, I understand. If you want to talk about me, that's fine. If it makes you feel better, go ahead. If you're that insecure about yourself and you need to talk about somebody, go ahead. I'll take it.
Ashley, yeah, okay, listen, people did make fun of her lips, and then she went and got lip filler, and then people were calling her, heavy, because, I mean, well, she was heavy. But we also said that you need to get your kids beds, that you need to be a better mom, that you need to be a better sister, that you need to be a better daughter, that you need to be a contributing member to society. And you didn't do any of that, but you sure are quick to take care of all that weight. And girl, the way you're eating, that weight is going to come back. Girl, listen, I gained a lot of weight recently because I have some health issues. Girl, the ticker, she don't be wanting to act right. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I got some issues, and listen, I don't want to talk about her weight, but I don't think her weight is a medical reason. I think it's because she's gluttonous. She gorges herself. And if you're dealing with weight, please know that whatever Ashley Trevino says is about as valuable as the dirt you step on your way out to your car every morning before work. You know what I'm saying? The concrete you step on is about as valuable as that. My point is, her words and her thoughts and her opinions have no value, girl. So listen, if you're dealing with weight, please, it's okay. You're fine. You're beautiful. When we talk about Ashley Trevino's weight, it's because she's a bad, horrible, no good person. And we don't even really talk about her weight like that. She's the one that's always bringing it up. But then she comes on here and calls everybody else fat, ugly, and broke. So do I feel bad for her? No, not really. Girl, I don't know. I got off on some kind of weird tangent. Anyway, back to the video, Monroe. Okay, so listen, she's coming on here saying, oh, I have this problem. Y'all didn't like it. I fixed it. But no, you didn't. No, you didn't. The main problem that you have is not taking care of your kids. Not being with your kids for a year and a half, almost 2 years, is absolutely wild. But we don't want to talk about that. We just want to talk about how richness you are and how fat and ugly everybody else is. And if you don't think that Ashley Trevino literally comes on live every single day talking about everybody else, well, here she is talking about somebody's teeth. And no, she's not talking about mine this time. But anyway, watch the clip, girl.
My teeth on the top are straight as fuck. It's just the bottom teeth. And the reason this one is more gapped is because when you have a missing tooth in your back, your teeth spread. Mind you, I used to work for a dentist, okay? He took my wisdom tooth out, so there's no tooth back there. So your teeth do spread out if you did not know that. Okay. So that's why it's gapped. And it doesn't bother me. The fuck? It bothers y'all, and I don't give a fuck. Because y'all are not nobody for me to impress. And my top teeth are not crooked. They're straight. So it's y'all talk about everything, bro.
In this next clip, Ashley Trevino is gaslighting, talking to her chat about the fact that she's getting ready to buy a house and a whole bunch of land.
It doesn't matter if it's a rental. It does not matter. I'm in the process of buying as well. I told y'all last time that I wasn't going to just have one house. I want a house with land. That is my whole goal. A house with land. The reason I haven't purchased is because I don't know where I want it. I don't know if I want it in East Texas or around Ennis, where I'm from. I don't know where I want it from. And East Texas has really good houses with a lot of land for cheap. So I don't know if I want to go over there or stay over here in this area. I haven't decided. And I really need to make a decision because I need to go ahead and get something by the summertime. But yeah, that's why I decided to just get a house for now, because I wanted my kids back and I'm gonna buy a house. That's my next thing. Is we're already looking. I just don't know, because once I buy that house, that's gonna be my forever home, and I don't want to make a mistake and not be happy. So I don't know if I want East Texas or where I'm from.
You know what's crazy about that clip? The fact that she had an apartment, it was in Fester's name or Vince's name or Vance or whatever his name is, but she had an apartment. Remember, she had that apartment for like a few weeks, and the little one, she came over there for like a weekend, and then she got rid of the little one because it was her birthday weekend, you know, the birthday weekend where she had the mugshot on her cake, and then she ended up like violating her bond conditions and getting rearrested. Yeah, do y'all remember that? So she had a place for those kids. She has always left those kids with her parents. She said it 100 million times. Just look up the old clips on TikTok or go watch my old videos, like I said before. The evidence is there because she tells all of her business on the internet. Listen, there are some things the internet will never know about me because, girl, it's none of your business. I love you, though. But she comes on here and she tells all of her business. And she wasn't just, oh, I just wasn't with my kids because I was getting myself together. No, you were not with your kids because you were saying you were a 304.
Oh, it's Monday morning. Y'all have a job, right? We don't. We're unemployed rich moms. We get paid by every dude we remember that. Our prize. Because remember, I made $1,200 the other night with somebody. Our is our prize. You got to learn how to work it. And I got the money in my purse. Actually, I just gave $300 to my ex-guy's son. But yeah. $1,200 for something. Why not? He paid.
You were not with your kids because you were hanging out with Fester, getting drunk on the weekend, and claiming to be DV'd by him. Remember those skits?
The house threw me on the ground and Matt handled me and I couldn't. It's just me. It was him, his son, and his cousin, and they manhandled me. Like, my arms are hurting right here. They're burned. And over here. Like, look, there's bruises already for me. And I don't know what to do. Hello. They fucking manhandled me. I have bruises on my arms. I don't know where to go.
Yeah, because like that was a thing. Like, girl, we didn't forget that. So your kids have never been your priority.
We'll talk about me being a bad mom, doing this, doing that, and that's fine. One thing y'all have to remember is that my parents helped me raise my kids for 6 years. So now that I live on my own, I've been on my own for 5 months this month. No, August, September, October, November, 4 months. 4 months. So I've been out on my own for 4 months. I'm learning how to raise them. I've raised them, yes. I've literally raised them since they were born. But to actually live alone with just me and them, I'm learning, you know? And I think I'm doing a pretty dang good job. My kids are good, you know?
So the fact that she's coming on here because she's thinking, oh, the judge will hear this, or the DA will hear this, or the people that's going to be selected to be on the jury panel, they'll hear this and they'll know that I'm just a struggling mom who was trying to get herself together for her kids.
Like I said, I didn't have my kids for almost a whole year. And I finally did something to make sure I got my kids back. My parents took care of them and I helped them. They might have not been with me physically, but they were with me until I could get my stuff together. Do you know how many times I prayed for a house? I looked at 10 different houses, guys. This one was on the market to get sold. They weren't going to rent it out. Well, then they call me back and they're like, we're going to go ahead and rent it. You want it? I took it. So I paid 6 months in advance of rent. Literally. I was able to do that. Blessed. Able to do that.
And that's why I had to commit Medicaid fraud and food stamp fraud. And that's why I had to get my mugshot on a birthday cake and get drunk and go live on TikTok and call everybody the N-word and then dox my boyfriend's house with his minor son in it so I could get clicks and views and little baby lion cubs. Watch the next clip.
My mom helped me raise her, and y'all will hear more about that in my podcast. She was more like my mom's kid and not mine. Evie was more my child. Trying to work on the relationship between me and her because she is the oldest, and I know she has a lot of anger built up, but she's always been that way since me and her dad split up. She was 6 years old, so she's seen everything that happened. She's, like I said, she's been through a lot with me. Everything that I've been through, she's been through. Evie doesn't remember a lot of stuff, but Haley does, so it messes with the child. Like, it is what it is, though.
Listen, this podcast is going to be the running joke of the internet. Okay, this drives me insane. Anybody thinks that they can go buy a Shure mic and they can get a podcast going. That is ridiculous to me. We all know what happened with Haley. That's not something you need to do a podcast for. And I hope to Lord Jesus Almighty, little baby Jesus, that Spotify does not allow you on their platform. The Apple Play or whatever the heck it is where you do your podcast. Like, I really need to start putting my stuff on a podcast. Would y'all listen to me if I put myself on a podcast? Like, I have a podcast playlist on here, but I don't have it on Spotify. Anyway, girl, Monroe. Focus. Anyway, we don't need for Ashley Trevino to create the Nunu podcast to talk about Haley. We all know that you drug her by her hair because you were jealous of her.
Haley literally has been through the bottom of her life. I'm telling you, whenever we lived with her dad, I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. I feel like he loved her more than he loved me. And so, I took my anger out on her. And she doesn't even, hate me for that. She doesn't even remember that.
We all know that your parents had to raise her and you didn't have her living with you by yourself on your own until you were 36 years old. We know that you abandoned her and her little sister after their dad passed away for almost a year and a half, girl.
You can clip whatever y'all want. I'm not with my kids. My kids aren't with me, and I'm gonna be here for a month. So where I'm at right now, I'm gonna be here for a month. My kids are good. I sent them money. Yeah, I'm home, away from home. So where I'm at, yes, my parents will keep my kids for a month.
We don't need a podcast for that. And if you guys watch that podcast, we can't be friends anymore. Ew, gross. Stop sending her money. Ew, I'm gonna cry. In this next clip, none of that matters because every morning Ashley Trevino comes downstairs and she sees the kitchen instead of the back porch steps and she smiles.
I wake up every morning and I come in the kitchen and I smile because this is my house, my kitchen. Like, it's amazing. I literally have a roof over my kids' heads, and it's a big house. Where are you going, baby? Upstairs? Are you going upstairs?
I feel like if you came from the back porch and you went to like a legitimate house, like you went from the back porch in a sleeping bag in a tent to a Section 8 apartment to an actual legitimate house, you would have a little more gratitude. You would be a little more humbled. You wouldn't say things like she says in this next clip.
If your house looks like this or better than mine, please send me a picture because I would love to see it. If you live in a bigger house than me, please send me the picture. And it's so crazy because it's the ones that are hating that are probably living in a 1-bedroom apartment, miserable with their life because they have to go to their job tomorrow. And it doesn't matter if it's a rental. It does not matter. I'm in the process of buying as well. I told y'all last time that I wasn't going to just have one house. Like, I want a house with land. God, he's going to help you no matter what. He's always going to be there. When you feel like you have nobody else to talk to, remember he's there. He's always there listening. He knows your thoughts before you say it. He knows your thoughts before everything. So always remember that. It's an amazing life. Like, I literally I manifested this whole entire thing. Evie always told me she wanted a 4-bedroom house. I made it happen. 4-bedroom, 4-bath. And an office. So if you want to include that as a bedroom, 5-bedroom. 2 living rooms. Laundry room, garage, backyard. A doggy door. Like, bless you guys. I'm blessed. Thank you, pretty girl. And you can be in that same position. You just have to know how to stop hating, guys, and make your life better. I literally was rock bottom, you guys. In 2024, up until I met Renee, I was rock bottom. My credit score was at a 510. It's not that no more. I am so blessed, you guys. Everything is finally coming better. Legit, my credit score sucks so bad, guys. And I felt so incomplete. I didn't have my kids. I was literally living a life of disaster. And I changed it because I'm the only one that can change that. Jalen, thank you. It doesn't matter. You have to have somebody on your side. And guess what? I had God and Renee and my manager. They believed in me and they helped me. And I am where I am today because of them. Literally. And I wake up every morning and I come in the kitchen and I smile because this is my house, my kitchen.
You know what? Ashley's right about one thing. God is always listening, and he hears when you degrade your daughters, ask them if they need lip filler, tell them that their noses are too fat, talk to their boyfriends allegedly when they're at your mom's house, do your little rose toy with Santos when he's only 19 years old on the internet with minors on it. The upcoming slides are a copy of documents filed by Ashley Trevino's attorney to the courts asking if the prosecutors were going to be using any of the line items within the document against Ashley in her upcoming fraud case. The line items within this motion are not criminal charges or accusations, and these documents were not available during the filming of this video, but I want you guys to be updated. I will do a whole video breaking down the documents, but for now, have a look, pause, and read so you can stay up to date. This set of documents is the prosecutor's response to Ashley Trevino's attorneys, and as you can see, they are planning on asking some very serious questions. But once again, these are not criminal charges or accusations yet. As always, do your own research, form your own opinions. Make sure you subscribe and ring the notification bell. I'll have an update on these documents very soon. God hears you when you talk about the victims that he is currently taking care of up in the sky above because your ex-husbands took them away from their families far too soon. He hears you when you tell people on Mother's Day that if their mom is not here, that you're glad. He hears everything you say, and he hears every nasty thought and that nasty little noggin of yours. Allegedly. But what do you think about today's video? What do you think about the fact that Ashley Trevino is back on TikTok full time, girl? She be on live during the day, in the middle of the night. I'm starting to wonder if she's getting any sleep at all. Like, this girl is down bad, in my opinion. What do you think about all the crazy things she said in today's clip? Do you think we, as commentary channels, as reaction channels, are we being a little too hard on her? Or do you think we need to put a little more pressure on her? Let me know in the comments below, girl. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all things internet drama. And I'll see you in the next video, girl. Bye.